What's up guys, Brian here from Tech. Now, not every tablet needs to be crazy powerful to actually make sense. For a lot of people, it's really just about having a bigger screen, whether that's for watching videos, reading, or doing a bit of light work without always reaching for your phone. And that's where the REDMI Pad 2 9.7 fits in. This tablet isn't trying to compete with gaming devices or productivity-focused tablets. It keeps things simple and focuses on everyday use. But of course, the question is, how well does it actually hold up in real life? Let's get into it. Starting off with the design, Xiaomi kept things pretty straightforward here. And honestly, that works in its favor. You get a clean, minimal look, and the silver colorway gives it that neutral, almost understated vibe. It doesn't scream for attention, but it looks good whether you're using it for school, work, or just casual stuff. The back is made of aluminum, so it feels solid in the hand, not cheap at all. The camera module and branding are subtle, nothing too flashy. Up front, you're getting a 9.7-inch display and the front camera is placed horizontally, which is actually great for video calls. You won't look awkwardly off-center during meetings or classes. Layout-wise, everything's pretty standard. Volume buttons, SIM tray, microphone on the side, plus you get micro SD support if you need extra storage. There's also a USB-C port, stereo speakers, and yes, a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is always nice to see. One thing I really noticed is the size. It's compact enough that you can actually hold it with one hand for a while, which makes it great for reading or just watching videos in bed or on the couch. Now moving on to the display, which is honestly one of the better parts of this tablet. We've got a 9.7-inch IPS panel with up to 120Hz refresh rate. And yeah, in real use, that higher refresh rate makes a difference. Scrolling feels smoother, navigating apps feels a bit more responsive. Colors are decent, nothing too punchy but accurate enough. And brightness tops out at around 500 nits. Indoors, it's perfectly fine. But outdoors under direct sunlight, it does struggle a bit. For content consumption, YouTube, Netflix, reading, it does the job well. The larger screen definitely feels more comfortable compared to just using your phone. Audio-wise, the stereo speakers can get pretty loud, which is great, but don't expect too much depth or bass. It's more on the flat side. At least you've got a headphone jack if you prefer wired audio. For biometrics, you only get face lock. It's quick and convenient, but yeah, not the most secure option out there. Now let's talk about performance. And this is where you start to see what this tablet is really meant for. It's powered by a Snapdragon 6S Gen 2 built on a 6nm process, paired with 4GB of RAM and Adreno 610 graphics. For basic stuff, social media, streaming, reading, light productivity, it works fine. No major issues there. But once you start paying attention, you'll notice it's not the smoothest experience. There are occasional stutters, light delays when opening apps, and some lag animations. It's usable, just not very fluid. The 4GB of RAM is also a bit limiting. Multitasking isn't a strong suit. Apps tend to reload when you switch between them. And for gaming, lighter titles like Mobile Legends run okay. In our test, it averaged around 43 FPS on medium settings. But for heavier games like Genshin Impact, you're looking at around 26 FPS on low settings. And even then, performance can be inconsistent. So yes, this isn't a gaming tablet. It can handle casual games, but don't expect too much beyond that. For benchmarks, we'll just flash the numbers on screen so you can check them out. Now, cameras. Nothing too exciting here, which is expected for a tablet. You get an 8MP rear camera and a 5MP front camera, both capable of 1080p at 30fps. In good lighting, photos are usable. Decent sharpness, but you'll already notice some noise. In low light, quality drops quite a bit. Same goes for video. Fine in bright conditions, but not something you'd rely on heavily. This is a sample of a front camera video of the Redmi Pad 2 9.7 running at 1080p 30fps. What do you think about the quality and the audio? One thing I do like though is the front camera placement. Since it's horizontal, it just feels more natural for a video calls and online classes. On the software side, it runs HyperOS 3 based on Android 16. The experience is pretty standard for Xiaomi devices. You'll see some pre-installed apps and a few ads in certain system apps. Not too aggressive, but still noticeable. The interface itself is clean and easy to navigate, and it works well for everyday tasks like browsing, streaming, or studying. One thing to note though, there's no clear info yet on long-term software support. Battery life is actually one of more reliable parts of this tablet. It packs a 7,600 mAh battery, and for light usage like browsing, watching videos, or attending online classes, it can easily last a full day. In our test, it lasted around 14 hours and 50 minutes on PC Mark, and about 16 hours and 20 minutes on a video loop test. So yes, pretty solid endurance. Charging is done via a 15-watt charger, which isn't very fast, so expect longer charging times. Now, if you go for the 4G variant, that's where things get more flexible. Being able to stay connected without relying on Wi-Fi makes a big difference, especially if you're always on the go. For pricing, the Redmi Pad 2 9.7 is priced at 7,999 for the Wi-Fi version and 8,999 for the 4G version. It's available on platforms like Shopee, Lazada, and TikTok Shop. So the question is it worth it? Well, after spending some time with it, it's pretty clear what this tablet is about. It's built for everyday convenience, watching videos, reading, school tasks. It handles those without much issue. You get a good display, reliable battery, and a practical features like headphone jack and optional 4G connectivity. Of course, it's not perfect. Performance isn't the most consistent, and the 4GB RAM can feel limiting if you multitask a lot. But if your usage is mostly casual and not too demanding, this tablet actually makes a lot of sense. It's simple, easy to use, and gets the basics done. And that's our review of the Redmi Pad 2 9.7. What do you guys think? Is it worth it for the price? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for more tech reviews. This has been Brian, and I'll see you again on the next one.